Welcome back to the channel. Out for another amazing overnight camp. Gonna cook up some delicious food tonight. This time steak fajitas, and in the morning for breakfast, bacon and egg buddies. Stick around for that. Right, that looks like the tent's all set up. Time to get some food on, I think. Right, let's see if we can't turn these into some lovely fajitas. Got tortillas, spice mix, a lot of salsa, I think it'll be more than enough. It's a lot of veg. Hopefully it all kind of sweats down. Finally bought my spatula. No more scraping on the bottom of pots. Not the quickest of meals, but I'm sure it's going to be worth it. The green pepper is going to take a while to soften, but I think you really want to, for a fajita, is to have a fairly well-cooked vegetable mix. And then the steak, you kind of give it a quick flash fry. Well, I think that veg is done. It's got a nice char on it. The pepper seems to be listed, which is good. So what I'll do is I'll put it off to the side and get the steak on. Smells really nice Mexican-y. Yeah, I must use a whole lot. Got all that meat coated in the spice mix. Get a little oil in there. Yeah, this isn't going to take long at all. Quick flash fry. Just want to get a bit of a char on it, just for a bit of flavour. I think that's cooked. I think that's nice. Don't want to overfill them. That last one might have been a bit more generous than the other two. Gotta have a bit of lime. A bit of salsa. And some sour cream. Not bad. Delicious camp fajitas. Bon appetit. That is delicious. Everything's cooked perfectly. Juicy steak, nice soft bell pepper and onion. Wow. A little bit of lime also brings everything out. So good. If you're thinking of doing this, don't hesitate. Really nice, delicious. I love how the bell pepper's got a slight bite to it. You could almost say al dente, if that was applicable to bell peppers. But yeah, soft, but like a little bit of slight crunch to it, which is just, that's fantastic texture. It probably doesn't need the sour cream, but I do think it elevates it a little bit. If you watch any of my other videos, you'll be surprised to learn that I didn't bring dessert tonight. Probably a good idea, because this is a lot of food. I probably will have a hot chocolate. That can be my dessert tonight, but no steamed puddings this time. Streaky bacon for breakfast. Got smoky, streaky bacon, naturally wood smoked and honey cured. Looking forward to that. And a couple of eggs to go with it. Pop them in some potato buns. Luxury camping at its finest. Whew. That was tasty. Right, need to wash these dishes, and then I might put the hot chocolate on and get in some warm clothes. Bit of milk powder. Shouldn't take long. Temperature's starting to drop a little bit. Still not as cold as I thought it would be though. This is a life. Hot chocolate by a river at night in the bush. I wouldn't normally have hot chocolate, not at home. But when you're camping, it just seems like a a great go-to drink. Coffee's great. I love coffee, but you can't have coffee at too late. Well, I can't. My last coffee, I tried to keep it to no later than about 3 o'clock. Otherwise, I'm awake all night. Wow, it's been a rather nice night. Delicious dinner, hot chocolate. Great idea to bring this chair again. It's just so relaxing. Right, I think that's me. I think I'm going to pack up here, get into the sleeping bag and put some nice warm clothes on. I'll catch you guys later. Right, here I am all tucked up in bed. Got all my warm clothes on, long john socks and a hat. I think I'm going to need it tonight. Full belly, fairly tired, nice and comfortable and warm at the moment. So unless something else happens in the night, I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning. A little bit of a foggy start in the hills there. Slightly chilly. But yeah, what a lovely morning. Time to get some coffee on, I think. Right, just need to wait for that to boil. Slept pretty well. It didn't get as cold as it was supposed to. It only got down to 8 degrees Celsius. The forecast had 4 degrees. But yeah, I was quite warm. The tent didn't get any condensation either, which is great. It's amazing how a different environment affects the tent so vastly. Those last few camps where I've been on damp grass, the tent's just soaking wet in the morning. Humidity here is like 83%, yet the tent, not a drop of water on it. It's great. So it makes it easier for tidying up at the end of the day. Seems kind of sheltered here. I always thought a valley would be trapping the cold in, but maybe it just keeps the temperature just fairly stable. The river level here is quite different from the last time I was here. Last time I was flying over these rocks, it was quite high, but now it seems to just dribbling around the side there. Yeah, I think this was all river last time I was here. Right, let that soak, get a good, nice, strong brew. The water must absolutely rush through here when there's a decent rainstorm on. Because we've had some rain, but nothing particularly heavy recently. But you can see that the river comes up very high here. It'll be well over my head, I think. Definitely looks like it's going to be a lovely clear day. Oh. What an amazing spot. So lucky to be in such an amazing spot. Getting a little bit peckish. Looking forward to bacon and egg butties this morning. Get those on soon. Right, let's get some breakfast on. Bacon, 2 hopefully unbroken eggs, buns, ketchup, salt and pepper. Probably don't need the salt and pepper, but we'll see how we go. Let's get this bacon going. Looking good. Fat's rendering out nicely. Right, I think that's done with the bacon. Why not spice it up with a bit of black pepper? That's lovely with the sun coming through now. I don't know about anyone else, but I like to cook my eggs until all the whites are nice and firm and they're just starting to set around the outside of the yolk. This one's very close. Might have to flip these. This yolk's not really cooking. Yeah, I want a jammy yolk, not a completely runny yolk. Yeah, I'm going to flip them. Made the decision to flip them. Very crispy bottoms. Just warm this slightly. Right. Some ketchup. Couple of nice looking bacon and egg buddies. Bon appetit. Delicious. That bacon's really nice. This is alive. You've got to have a little bit of char on your bacon. It's all part of the experience. Gives it a nice barbecue flavour. Oh, lost a bit of bacon. The crispness of that bacon is on point. I want to know what everyone else's go-to breakfast is when they're camping. Comment below and tell me what you cook up. You know me, I usually go for porridge in the mornings just because it's nice and warm and quite sustaining. It's a bit of a treat for me. This will give me plenty of fuel for the walk out. Delicious. Demolished. Right, time to do some dishes.